guess I'm not live. There, now I'm live. All right. Hopefully that'll quit shaking. And last night I didn't get much sleep editing or trying to figure out how to edit. So I just finished that Project Dress a Girl video, and I thought, I will be down at Andy and Nikki's tonight with the kids. I'll play with it then. So I needed a video to play with, and right now most of my videos are lives. So I'm not going to iron all this. It's got the, hi Teresa, the Sketching Spitfire. How are you? I'm just popping on and ironing. Such a fun thing to be doing. How are you? Well, I guess she won't care. Just need 10 inches. Oh, well, if Barbara comes on, she'll sing for you. I have just about used this fabric all I can. It's got a stain line through the middle of it. And I about to the point I can't use it anymore because that's in the way. So what I think I'm going to do is cut that stain out. I mean, as a hot pad thing, it won't matter. But I can make a ruffle out of it if I cut that out. So we'll just cut her out. But I won't. I'll probably use it for a basket. I was sorting fabric and found some more I can do Project Dress a Girl with. So I also found some I can do ruffles. And I was watching Marnie Sews, and I thought, maybe I'll make ruffles on some of these dresses. I don't have a old enough singer, I don't think, to be of much help. Oh, your thread is... Okay, I understand that. Gosh, this would be a long, wonderful piece for a basket. Long, wonderful piece. So, replayers, I'm now tearing my fabric. I love ripping fabric. My husband's going to come in thinking I'm just talking to myself, since Teresa's going to go watch a video on how to work her sewing machine. And YouTube will tell her, that's for dang sure. It's a pretty day here, hot. I was going to go in this morning and visit a dear friend of mine, take her some tomatoes. I taught with her for many years. And she's 93, but we still have lovely visits. And I woke up with a cough and a sinus headache and a sore throat. Well, Sunday night, I was visiting with somebody who woke up with COVID. So I didn't want to go see her. She's in great health, and we'd like to keep it that way. So all right. So this could be a ruffle for a little girl's dress, and it may be Emerson's. She is loving this shade of blue, and it is pretty. So I will maybe work on that. I want to work on it when she's here so she can pick stuff out. Okay, so this is going to be her. I'll just need a 10 by 10 of this little piece. But I want to get it made for her because she does need one. She's almost to the point where, except for it being too hot coming out of the microwave, and that's how her daddy fixes it, she can carry it to her bowl and stir and all that good stuff. So I think where's there? I know I've got leftover batting and stuff, so I can just get that made for her. I am not going to do French seams or anything on these pillowcases. They wear out, I'll make them another one or mend it. We're not going to go. They'd rather have the pillowcase than have French seams in them. I hope y'all are having a lovely day. I hope that you're feeling well and things are good. This doesn't even need iron. Going well for you. As Dolly Parton says, and I hope life is treating you kind. How long have I been on here talking to myself? 7 minutes. Well, I had Spitfire for a little while. And that's okay. If nobody joins, I'll just delete the video. No problem. Isn't ironing kind of mesmerizing? I don't mind ironing at all. I don't even mind. I've got a lot of 100% cotton and linen, and I don't even mind ironing my clothes. They may sit here until I turn my iron on, but I don't mind it at all. This doesn't need ironing either. That'll be great when it comes out of the wash machine. There's that thread. Okay. See what we can do. Hi, Stephanie. How are you? I'm just ironing and thought I'd turn this on. I found some fabric in my stash I didn't realize I had. So I thought they were little pieces and they ended up being big pieces. Are you getting anything done today in life? I hope you're well. Good. Yeah, I'm good. I woke up with a scratchy throat. And I think it's all sinuses, but I was around somebody with COVID. So I changed my plans today to not be near an elderly friend who I love dearly, and I would hate to get her sick. But this weekend's going to be busy. I don't know if I'll get any videos done till Monday. You got you a new toy? Do tell. Do tell. I'm just ironing, so I'm a real good listener right now. New toys are always fun. Did you get you a sewing machine or what'd you get? Hi, Melody. How are you? I'm just ironing. I probably should put my camera down to the ironing board, but with my arm moving, it would just be a little strange. Stayed up way too late. Stephanie, I'm still waiting on that new toy you got. Melody, how's life treating you? Teresa stepped away to listen to a YouTube on how to use her new Singer. I can get a lot of dresses. I took the pattern pieces off out of this. I had them laid in it. I was going to make me a dress, and I decided that Project Dress a Girl needed it more than I did. So, Stephanie, what did you get? Inquiring minds want to know. Inquiring minds need to know. Working on a farm journal, cutting the jars right now. Well, do you need a live goat in it? We have twin baby goats I could share. I need to go and do a video of them. That's something I could do this weekend, I guess, when I have the kids. I have to watch the number of lives where they charge me. So I got to be careful. Hi, Cheryl. Oh, Teresa's back. Did you figure out how to run your sewing machine, Teresa? Oh, that's why I didn't think I had enough of this. We'll try it. It's got a seam going down. See that white seam? I'm going to cut it out so I don't mess up cutting out fabric. Oh, I bet. Those banks are such a pain to mow. Such a pain to mow. Thanks, Cheryls. I went through my fabric and found some fabric I can use for Project Dress a Girl. And then I think when I get these all cut out and designed like I want them, I will use some of these shabby chic colors and make a basket. I think a shabby chic basket would be fun. I don't know if that's going to be wide enough for a dress for a girl or not. We will have to see. Of course, his goats don't get out there. Now, if you open the gate and herd him down there when he's gone and tell him, we'll feed him, wonder if that would upset him at all. Ha ha. Replayers, I'm just reading the chat. Whenever it replays, you can follow along with the chat. This probably isn't going to be a very fun replay. I may not even repost it. But I got company while I cut. I'm excited. We have friends that live in Florida that are from our area. And no. Oh, see, that's not enough for a little girl's dress. So see, I thought I do have more fabric because that blue I can do a lot with. What about this one? See, these were all mixed together, and that's why I did find, see, this will be big enough. And this is what I found. wonder if I move you down here, if you'll feel like you're seeing something of excitement, like me ironing. And I'll just make my own thumbnail. Oh, thank you, Melody. I did a Friday Sews video, so I knew my face would be shown. Later on this evening, Emerson's going to go home with a friend of hers whose their parents are best friends of my kid. And she's going to be introduced with the softball girls. They introduce them and then go out and stand beside them for the national anthem and the pledge. And of course, when you're in first grade, anything you get to do with this big high school softball player is a major deal to them. And at the same time, Jackson has football practice. So we'll stay home till Jackson gets off the bus and gets into his football gear. Then we'll take him to town, watch Emerson get called out to the field with. They hold hands. It is just gracious. They'll hold hands. Last year, Emerson made her softball girl run with her. She wanted to run. So then we'll watch the game until Jackson gets done. Then I'm thinking maybe grab a pizza or something at Gas and More, which is a convenience store here, and take it down to their house so Jackson and I can get homework done and stuff. And then I'll sleep down there. Emerson has already told me she's going to sleep with me. And we will get all that done. And so I'm not going to get a lot done of anything, but that's okay. See, I just thought this was a strip. Here it is, a huge piece of fabric. How crazy is that? But it doesn't need ironing. That's a bonus. Oh. But I can get a lot of dresses, or I might get a couple of bigger ones. So I do want to practice my facing. And I think I'm wasting too much fabric when I'm cutting out. Because I tend to fold it in half and then cut. And I think I need, part of that is because I do it on the kitchen counter. I don't even use the table. I use the kitchen counter. And so I just fold it in half, long ways, so I can get like 2 of those dresses out of it. So I think I'm going to try and be more careful. So anyway, that is our evening. Then tomorrow, I've got to get the kids up, and we have to be in school to meet their other grandparents for Grandparents' Day. And then Greg and I are going to go to a visitation funeral. We won't stay for the funeral, I don't think. And this is a girl that he grew up with, family friends here in Arbela. You know, I talked about Memphis being so small. Arbela only has 40 people. So, you know, they really know each other. But, you know, by golly, it has 2 churches. So they may only run 5 or 10 people on some Sundays, but They each have a VBS, I believe. So we will go to the visitation in a neighboring town. It's not far. And then tomorrow afternoon, we found out that friends, when we moved to Florida, that somebody my husband grew up with, he was in the class behind him, had already moved down there. And so we've, do a lot with them down there. Well, they are up here. His dad still is alive up here. And so they're going to come over tomorrow afternoon. And he wants to see what Greg and Andy are doing with the wildflowers. Not wildflowers, but the flower planting that they're doing. Oh, goodness. I found, maybe it'll be upstairs, but I found a lint brush. And I must have washed this with a piece of fabric that shed like crazy. Didn't think this would be thick enough, but it is. So I can get quite a few little dresses out of it. Okay. Sorry about the lull there. I'm sure you enjoyed watching me pick lint and threads off. So this is going to go this way. So yeah, I can get probably even some bigger but this is what I run into with my patterns because I hate cutting them all up and to make the little ones, but then like here I've got a lot of fabric. I could make more dresses. So if you know what to do, let me know. Okay, Shirls, yes, you go right ahead. You be careful now. Not too many days left for you to have your anniversary gig. Like I said, Jackson has a football game that night, so I don't know what time we'll be home. But if I can watch it, I certainly will, or I'll try and get it in the replay. Hope this isn't boring y'all to death. Okay, this one I think I can get, yes, a little one out of. Yes, I can get a little one out of this. This is called How to Use Up Scraps. But you know, this is just part of sewing. If you sew, you know, you've got to iron your fabric, and that's just part of sewing. But while Dave and Bonnie are here, and the guys are out looking at all the flowers. Oh, thanks, Melody. My son would beg to differ, I'm sure. Bonnie and I have been tasked with the job of planning a cruise to do together. Well, that's not going to be enough for a dress. See, I just thought I had I do have fabric. Don't get me wrong. I didn't realize I had this much of it. But I'm glad while I'm ironing, I'm checking all of this. We're going to do a cruise. Most likely, ooh, this has a lot of fade or coloring on the fold. That's why I didn't use this the last time. So again, we're going to cut that off, and it will work for ruffles and that kind of thing. Okay, Barbara, I would love to keep you company. I'm just ironing, so there is not a thing to see for me on this end. So you might as well be blah, 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 constructive too. I like cleaning my sewing room. I always tend to rearrange it somehow. I don't have a problem. For those of you that watch the tour know, I don't have a problem of keeping it tidy. I have a problem of keeping it most efficient. Melody, we've been on just a little 4-day cruise. This, I guess, is going to be a week long. And where we went to the Bahamas, not Bahamas, just a second. Okay, I'm back. Where we went to Cozumel. The last time, this time, Greg said he wants to see some islands. So he wants to leave from the East Coast. I don't know. That's all I know about it. Bonnie loves to plan events like this type of thing and look them up and read all about them. I eloped. I am not an event planner. And, we're going on a trip. I'm not going to worry about whatever she pretty much wants to do will probably be fine with me. But and great kind of is when my daughter-in-law is too. She loves to plan trips and stuff. She would be great as a what is it? Those planners that you go to. I think cities have them, and they do all your trip planning for you. And she would be great working for one of those. To her, that's fun. So Bonnie and I are going to plan a trip of some kind. There's another. What causes all this fading or coloring? Is it the sun? I got these at thrift stores, so I'm not positive where they've been, but I at least know that they will make ruffles at the bottom or a cute little pocket or something. I need to watch how to make my own bias tape because I know that would work too. Hi, Jeannie. How are you? I'm talking about, I guess my husband and I are going to go with friends in the spring on a cruise. So we're looking forward to that. Barbara Every is cleaning her sewing room. I'm ironing. This all just needs to be stripped. I don't want to use any of this on a cute little dress. So I'll just let you listen to that. What are you working on? Melody's doing owls, spitfires, trying to figure out her new Singer sewing machine. I hope you're getting to do what you want to do. Isn't that a lovely sound? There's probably somebody that thinks that's like chalk on a fingers on a chalkboard. I'm sorry if that's you. I'm sorry if that's you. Just got home? Oh, from a visit with a dear church friend in rehab. You're eating lunch. I need to make some cards to send out. I need to get a sympathy card. I have a lot of general cards that I keep made up, but I need to mail a sympathy card to this friend whose daughter passed away. She's 65, I believe. She and Greg's mom were really good friends. So my son, he mows for her, and she just loves watching the kids on Facebook, and the kids just love her. You know, they love going over there and that kind of stuff. So, these can all go in a fabric basket. What's next? Here's some red. Wonder if a little girl would like a red dress. Sure she would. Oh, France does sound wonderful. Greg and I went out to my sister's as a jaunt, and we have done some short trips to see how I got along, and I got along just fine. And a cruise is definitely not wearing or taxing or anything. And he wants to visit some islands on the East Coast. So I don't know if he's wanting to go like down to the Bahama area. I would be fine going up in the Massachusetts area, but I don't want to do that in the spring. Yes, Jeannie, I have. I've been to England, Ireland, and Scotland, and I would go again in the heartbeat. Speaking of England, Barbara, I know you're cleaning, but I saw where the Queen is under medical care. I certainly hope she's okay. I really hope that when I'm her age, I'm of sound body and mind. Now, I have snorkel. I've done it. I don't care if I ever do it again. Oh, 96. Isn't that just amazing? Jeannie, are you in the Atlantic? I mean, across the Atlantic, or are you here in the States? I'm not sure. I got this to make a friend's little girl a skirt. I haven't even washed the fabric yet. I just took it out of the plastic. I'm going to save that because I need to talk to that mother, and I need to get that done. I was going to do that a couple of years ago, and I got sick, and it never, or last summer was when I was going to do it. And then that wasn't a good summer for me to get anything done. Oh, was it? I don't think I've seen a picture of that. I'll have to look. I just saw where. And here in the States, they don't tend, and I'm glad, to show, every picture. Oh, is this going to work? I think it will. I'll have to. Don't you love how I have this on for you guys? And every Kathy. Oh, the family are gathering. So she is in very poor health. Well, I have to say, you all have things very organized for Charles to step up. Though why at his age he would want all that responsibility, but that's what he's grown up to expect. So he is prepared. Makes me wonder if William will ever take the throne. I like him. I think he's cute. I was in England the summer before Princess Diana died. And my son's 34, so he's not too far from, her boys' age. And it was just something kind of, that funeral, my students, to me, that was real life. And we talked about, the Revolutionary War, and I had pictures to show them of where everything was, and I let them watch it. I thought this is real life happening, and but we talked about, we have processionals and things like that when we have a president die or something. So I'm not a fan of Charles either because of how he treated Diana, but um, I also think with William having his small children, I kind of like that he can be daddy for a little while longer. I think they probably need him more than the country does. Um, he seems such a great on hands daddy. And they're so busy anyway with a lot of duties that I would just, let Grandpa do it. Of course, I'm not thinking the same line, I'm sure, as people who live there think about it. Barbara's keeping quiet. I don't blame her. Okay. Well, this isn't very big, but I think I can get a dress out of it. I may have to turn it the other way. I don't know. We shall see. Okay, Jeannie, you're in Maryland. Okay. Ireland was beautiful. Um, we were on a guided bus tour, and our tour guide was absolutely wonderful. And either she or the bus driver grew up in Ireland. Okay, Barbara, you agree? It gives William family time. I always thought, everybody has their own politics. I am not Democrat. Um, and Obama was not one of my, see this brown, there's not enough for a dress. I just have it nicely folded and in a pile that when I was pulling out this morning, I thought would work. But I did think a lot about his girls. And, you're not in the inner circle. So, there may have been more times than you realize. But, his name was on their birth certificate. And, I'm sure they grew up to be good girls and all that. I have no idea. I don't keep track. But I just feel like they, the kids that, when you grow up with the Secret Service and, like even the Bush girls did, I thought it was lovely of them to take those girls kind of under their wing during the transition of the presidency. But, to be a teenager or middle schooler with Secret Service, and bless their heart. And I got so upset when media would say anything about them. Oh, that would just upset me. No, those are his babies. You leave them alone. I don't care what party you're associated with. You leave the kids alone. When they're, once they become an adult like Hunter, you can do whatever you need to do. But, with Trump and Barron and, so what if he wasn't living in the White House? I would want my child to be able to finish out his school year with his friends too. I thought, you go, Melania. And I was proud of her when she stepped up on all that too, because, and I feel that way with any of them. Now, once they purposely try to get into the public eye, that would be different. But, when you're a junior high, you're sure not trying to. You want to do your stuff. Be left alone. And I'm sure, they talk about it well, I would think they would talk about it as a family. But, what's a kid think of, know about what's really going to be in the few years. I thought a couple of times that the Bush girls shouldn't have talked to the girls after it was already a done deal. They should have talked to the parents before they even ran and said, okay, this is your kids are going to go through. But then I don't think any of them that are old need to be. I mean, I even think Donald Trump is, if he runs again, which I think he will, he's going to be an elderly man when he gets done. I know what elderly people go through. Why do they want that position? Retire and be a grandparent. It's how I think about on both sides of the aisle. Some of these congressmen. Oh, you made a carrier for your husband's oxygen tank. Good for you. And here I'm still ironing fabric. But these people that are in Congress and all that until they're in their 70s and 80s, why? You know, made all that money, legally or illegally, go and at least enjoy it. You know, be there for your spouse a while. And maybe they are, I don't know. I'm just talking on a live stream. I just think, now I love DeSantis as our Florida governor. However, if he runs for president, we lose him as governor. But to me, that's more the age you need to be. But I guess you don't get in politics because you think somebody else has better ideas. I kind of like being here with Emerson and Jackson and sewing for other kids and all those things. I kind of think that's the way to do it. Oh, thank you, Teresa. I appreciate that. Oh, well, that pile is all ironed. And I am just going to put them over the ironing board because if I sew today, which I plan to, I won't need to iron anymore. And then these are all pressed until I'm ready to cut them out, which may or may not be this weekend. I don't know what we'll do Saturday until it's time for Jackson's. It was going to be kind of a busy day until Emerson's party got canceled. There's going to be a run in town, nothing hard. So I believe we'll be around all day Saturday. And we'll stay up here mostly during the day so that they don't get her house dirty. I'll probably, it's a darker side. That's good. Man, there's a lot of this fabric. I'll probably even bring Benson. I still got his dog bed out, so whenever, but I'll probably bring him up tomorrow afternoon. I'm gonna even up. I hate uneven fabric. Hi, Kristen. I have just finished ironing. We have others doing their things. We're just all kind of chatting a little, but mainly getting jobs done. Teresa has been sewing, and Melody's been cutting out owls. Barbara has been cleaning her sewing room and listening. So what are you up to on this Thursday? Okay, that's a little more even. You're just relaxing. Good for you. Good for you. I can get a lot of little dresses, I think, out of this. I was kind of saving it if Emerson decided she wanted something out of it, but you know, she has lots of new little things. She doesn't have to have any. She does want scrunchies to go with her dress, but I'll have enough. And then here's that nice fabric that will make gobs of dresses. And I'm just going to cut them out. If I get them all sewn this month, if not, I'll work on them another month and save them until next September, which is what I think others do. But there is a lot of this blue. So, and that's where I run into problems when I use the counter, because I don't have, there's some, I may have to do this on the kitchen table. I don't like to do that because my back gets at a funny angle and then my lower back bothers me. So there is that. Hi, Gail. How are you? I just got a bunch of pressing done. I have been cutting and sorting fabric. I went through again my fabric and I had mixed up. That's the way I need to explain it. I love ironing, Gail. I shouldn't say I love it. I don't mind it at all. I finish my seams with either a zigzag stitch or these. I can't think of what they're called. These kind of scissors. I don't know any other way to do it. Now, on that video I was watching of Made by Pam, I saw that she does French seams on all of her inside seams of these Project Dress a Girl, and I'm sure everything she makes because she's a lovely seamstress. But I had never seen anybody do that. I had heard of it. I had looked it up. Pinking Shears, that's the name. So I may try that. I would have to watch a couple more videos before I did that. They say to finish the seams. So I try and either cut the pattern out with my pinking shears because it is just pillowcase dresses, so that, you know, it's mainly a square, or I zigzag. What I run into is I'm raising that so that you're not seeing my gut. What it is a lot of work, Gail, but oh, it looks lovely. It looks lovely. And that might be something like this blue that's here on top of the ironing board. You know, where I have so much fabric that I could try one of the dresses, because I'm going to have a lot of blue dresses. I would, out of this blue, like to maybe try the, dress out of the pattern of Emerson's. I think it's my cutting out of that facing. I was saying earlier, Gail, I'm probably just not careful enough cutting it out. So, I don't know. But I was glad to find more fabric that was mixed up in fabric that was too narrow, and the two big pieces I knew I had, I was just saving them. But, you know, those little, I just think of little girls that need clothes. It breaks my heart. So I will cut these up. Both of them came from the consignment store. So there is that. I'm going to move this sewing machine so I can work on some fabric at this ironing board. So I can sit down. My legs are starting to ache. So bear with me for just a second. Talk among yourselves as you're able, or continue on the job you're on. I know lots of you are doing your own little things, and that's lovely. That is lovely. As Lizzie said, move you down to the showroom floor. You just found your pink and shears. Where were they hiding? I'm gonna cut these. This fabric has so much. That's the thing. I love the shabbiness look of torn fabric, but man, does it make a mess. Oh, under something in the bag. Okay, I don't know if we'll still be on. I was ironing and I just thought, you know what? I'll just turn the camera on. But you get done all that stuff that you need done, Gail. No problem. No problem at all. Do you sew a lot, Jeannie? I mean, I'm going to have enough fabric for another basket. Maybe it'll be a bigger basket this time. You just started back sewing. I'll get it. Oh, I wouldn't be tackling all the things I'm tackling if it wasn't for YouTube. I didn't know about them. So that keeps me active. You have 4 grands and one on the way. Awesome. Do you know what the one on the way is? Will it be a boy or a girl? I have loved being a grandmother, as you all know. I remember, the saying, if I'd have known grandkids were going to be so much fun, I'd have done them first. I can't say that, though, because I enjoyed my son. I mean, I get you can give him back and all that, but Andy was fun to have. It's a boy. Crib sheets, burp claws, yes, the baby blankets, taggy toys. I ordered all that flannel that should be coming in soon, so I can make all that. I've never made receiving blankets, and I guess that's something they're needing. And I'm going to have to, I mean, they aren't going to be hard. I mean, how could they be hard? But I don't know the size to cut out. You agree with that? I think people give their kids not a lot of credit, there. Maybe if I had had a child who had caused me lots of grief, it might be different. But I don't know. I don't know. Jeannie, I have, and I don't like them. I've got some down up that I brought up here. I just bring that little pattern box back and forth. And you got to cut it out, and then you got to tape it together, and I'm just not sure about it. I've got 3 boys and a girl. Jackson, when he was little, he would come up with, thinking of your boys, of things that Nana needed to sewing. And I don't know if he still has it or not, but this is an idea for your boys. He's into Nerf guns at the time, and he designed it. It had a wide strap that went across him and around him, and I velcroed at his hip. And then I sewed elastic hoops, all about an inch apart, all the way around it for his Nerf gun bullets. Turned out so cute, but I made it too big. And by the time he got excited, by the time he could wear it, he wasn't excited about the Nerf guns. And they were up here, and Nana was in Florida, so it wasn't like he could bring it up and I fix it. So, but that was kind of a fun little thing to make him. Melody, you have 2 step grandchildren. Granddaughter's 3.5, and you watch her on Mondays and Tuesdays. And now there's a newborn. Oh, fun. And then your daughters don't have husbands or kids. But I don't know about Melody. You're probably just like me. What's a stepchild? They're all your kids. They're all your grandbabies. Is the newborn a boy or a girl? That makes a difference on what you can do. Little girls are just so fun to shop for. All the ponytail holders and headbands and it's a boy. Yeah, the 3.5 and a newborn will be a lot of work. That's gonna run into your tea and chat time on Tuesday mornings, isn't it? Is a month, and at least it's only 2 days a week. But boy, I need Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday to recoup. Oh, so fun. So fun. I I just do after school now. And unfortunately, I wasn't here when they were in their baby stages. Oh, Melody. Yes, that would upset me too. That it was expected, and that doesn't help the family dynamics. And when you're keeping them, especially the 3.5, you can't just be, oh, oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. There is a huge spider. Just a second. Oh, I can't get it. Oh my gosh, if you guys could only see me. But I got her. I got Charlotte. It was a huge spider. Oh, I'm glad Emerson wasn't here. I bet, Melody. Do you get to at least watch them at your house so that you can do other things? I'd be taking a nap when they did. But I can't believe you weren't asked. I would expect my son and daughter-in-law, as close as we are, to ask. Now, there have been times when they've known we aren't doing anything. They haven't. But, like this trip, she had that on my calendar for ages. I think when they first made the plans, they asked if that would be okay. Yeah, that's going to be a lot. Is your husband going to be around that he can help any? That would be nice if you had that. Goodness. So sorry about that. Oh, you're a few miles away. And it is easier because they have their house, their toys, it's their mess. Take your laptop and cut out owls or whatever you need so that when you do get home, you can. But I'm not much of a crafter at night. I I tend to, once supper's over, I'm kind of ready to chill out. Jeannie, that's so hard, especially, you know, because I'm sure they would have been willing to. Although I know that there are some grandparents that are not willing to help whatsoever. But I know my younger sister, when she had one of her kids had thrush, she could call her mother-in-law, and she said, "This baby hasn't quit crying all night." Yeah, it does make it stronger. Um, D-Dad, is that what they call him? D-Dad. That's cute. And blended families, I know, it's always a difference too. I'm just glad that we can be close by and support. Oh, typo. Okay, Dad. Gotcha. Andy's a wonderful daddy with their kids. He is Mr. Mom. It impresses Mom here how good he is about starting supper and um going and getting the groceries and all that kind of stuff, because his dad farmed. He didn't have time to do all that, so I did it. And so, Andy, but I give credit to his wife for kind of just expecting it. You like to craft day and night. Yeah, I don't know what it is about in the evenings. I'm not a TV watcher anymore because we don't have good reception. I have, TV shows I would watch, but now they're all reruns anyway. But I would rather watch a YouTube channel or a chat, either a live or just, a regular one on how to do something. I was up way too late last night trying to figure out how to edit different things on my YouTube channel because I don't like my thumbnails, which is what they show to get you to watch the video. So I figured out, Janet Nash, said, take the picture and then go that way. So I was, playing around with that and trying to figure out. I can't figure out how to link like my URL for my Instagram or another video I showed to my description. And when I copy, I can't get it to paste. And I'm trying to do it all on my iPad, where a lot of people I know do that on a laptop. So not many people can help me. So it just kind of is a learning curve, and Janet Nash has helped a lot, but I'll get there. You'll cut things out and glue. And I could do that. I just don't. Oh, thank you, Jeannie. It's a learning curve for me. And my son's very techy, but this is a whole thing he's not into at all. So I've got to go and figure all that out. You homeschooled your middle daughter, one of your daughters. Good for you. Good for you. StreamYard, it took me a little bit. If you ever want to like Zoom or do, sit down and mess with it together, I'm more than willing to walk you through that. Carol from can't think of her channel now, helped me a lot with StreamYard. Helped me a lot. So Jeannie, just anytime, let me know, and I'm more than happy to be on my phone and we can talk through, because I stream from my phone and there's a little plus sign where you link it to your YouTube. And Um, I do that so then I can watch the channel. But that's it. I only do my lives through StreamYard. But yeah, just holler if you need any of it. I've been on here an hour. I think I said yesterday, you can only stream so many minutes per month for free. So I got to watch that I don't do that 4 hour thing like I did that day. Um, but I'm trying to stream more often or upload videos. But I know this weekend I'll probably be out a lot. Oh, for your videos, you use your desktop. Okay. See, that's what I don't know how to do. But I don't have a laptop, so I guess it doesn't matter. Um, but yeah, if you want to talk about StreamYard, let me know. I think I'm going to end here. I'm sitting here looking at so much dust. So I think I'm going to do a little dusting, and then I'm going to I've got my bobbins ready, and I'm going to do these pillowcases for the kids and get a little bit of other things done around the house. So you all take care. I'm so glad you kept me company while I ironed. I appreciate it. And I hope you continue to get things done or able to do whatever you want to do. Thank you for a lovely visit. And I appreciate all you friends out there, especially all of you that just, whenever I pop up, you just come visit. Thank you all. Have a wonderful day. And remember, you have a purpose. Bye for now.